So we stopped at a triangle earlier on. Okay, I'll just give a short thing for triangle on the centroid. Okay, of right. What is this? Rectangle triangle. Centroid of it, we say it's actually b over 3, and then we have h over 3. Now, the last one is a cone, not really the last, yeah? Not really the last one, we have now a cone. Number 4, we have a cone. Okay. How do we sketch a cone? We sketch it like that. Okay. It's in the form of a cone. If we put a spherical, if we consider what is at the bottom of it, and then you can say A, B, C. You can also say that this one is H, and this one is our base. Okay. Then from there, how do we get the area? Area we say 1 over 2 base H. Okay. H and base. And then how do we get the centroid? Okay, we are continuing, this table is continuing. It's already having the information at the top for each column. Okay, now how do we get the centroid of this? To get the centroid of this, okay, this is how our center is. Okay, so it means that on the base we divide by 2, but on the height, that's the triangle, we divide it by 3. So that becomes now base divided by 2, and then the other one becomes h divided by 3. That's how we get that centroid. Number 5, we have what we refer to as a circle. Okay, that is our circle. So it has a diameter. Again, it has a radius. Okay, how do we get the area of this? We say area of this is equal to pi r square, or we say pi d square, diameter square, divided by 4. Also look at this formula at level 1, another formula to calculate area. Okay, the centroid of that is just the center of the diameter. Center of diameter. Okay, that is how we get the centroid of a circle. Okay, in the center of the circle itself. All right. So we have learned this concept in order for us to be able to use that knowledge to calculate centroid of different figures. Now here we are then referring to it as finding centroid, okay, of combination of plane figure. With plane figures, we are actually looking at figures that have 2D, that are in 2D. That means they are in 2 dimensions. Okay. Example now in this case, let's say we have a figure like that. Okay. See, maybe the house that you are in. Okay. Can you see that? All right. Now in this case, we have 2 figures. Okay. This is a combination. For example, we have 1, and then we have 2. We have a rectangle, then we have a cone or an isosceles triangle. Okay. So how do we get a centroid of this combination? So we use the skills of which we have learned for each section or for each identified plane figures. Now, steps to find centroid. We have steps to determine centroid. Okay? Centroid of a combination of different figures. The first thing you need to do is actually divide the figure given into identifiable or known plane figures. You say identify. Okay. There. Okay, the first one we need to is actually divide. Divide here the given figure into identifiable known, identifiable or known plane figure. Okay. Example of this identifiable known plane figure, we have a square, rectangle, etc., etc. Just like I've mentioned here. Then we need to identify them. Like in this case, we cut it, and then we identify those figures. Then the second one, we name the identifiable figures. Name, then identified figures. Okay, you just label them. Example 1, 2, 3, like what I did there. Then the third step that we have here, actually calculate area of each identified plane figure. Calculate area of each identified plane figure. Okay. Once you identify that area, then you need to find number 4. Then you need to find distance from reference point. Distance from reference point. Okay. This is now depending on the question, either for x or for y. Okay. Then number 5, once you are done with that, then find the total area. Find total area. So what do? You sum all the areas, okay? And then number 6. Under number 6, you then need to find distance of total area. Okay, distance of total area from reference point. From reference point. Okay. How do you find 6 now? By using law of moment. Law of moment or gravity. Okay. In this class, we will only look at law of moment. And graphically will come in later stage together with the other problems that are coming.